what are your thoughts on that whole situation with the Alec Baldwin film shoot? Because you have a
Oh,
gun. You have a gun every episode, probably, right? You have a gun.
yeah. I mean, I mean, what a horrible thing to happen in to anybody and everybody, and particularly those involved. But it rippled through the whole industry and those kind of
Yeah.
things. You know, um, we're very diligent. We're very diligent, and most of the time we're flat. We don't have any guns that even could even close to operate. Right? So there's nothing that ever comes to our set that could even remotely fire something out of it.
Oh, okay. But isn't that how it should be? Like, why isn't every set like that? How do you dress warmly enough for these location shoots?
Oh man, I layer like crazy. I've come up with a routine of like how, depending on the temperature. It's really been quite bizarre lately, actually, because the temperature we started out at upstate New York the other day. It was 28 degrees, started in the morning,
Brutal.
and then in the middle of the day it was 55. So you can imagine
Yeah.
how I had shed
Yeah.
the
But
shed the
that's why
layer.
layers are perfect. Layers are
Yeah,
exactly perfect for this weird
yeah.
weather.
I do layers, and you've
So,
always got to keep your feet warm. Your feet are key, right? So you got to have. I do those like UGG insole things in all my shoes, and then I do those heater things. Those heater things that you can slide into your.
the toe warmers, like?
Yeah, but then the whole foot. It's the toe warmer thing, but it's a whole foot.
Oh, I think I need those. Are they
Those,
big though? Do they take up a lot of space?
no, no, no. They're so good. The only thing is you got to find a way to get them in properly so they don't kind of bunch up and feel uncomfortable. Once you've got that down, you're good.
Okay, I'm gonna look for those because my feet get freezing in the winter. That's
Oh
like the
yeah,
one thing.
problem. When your feet are cold, the whole body gets cold.
Yeah. And then what do you do for your hands?
Hands, I just wear thick gloves, and if I get cold, I stuff those hand warmer things in the gloves.
Right, right.
But like for
And then
example,
you have
this
to hold the
I,
gun and stuff in the
I
in
just
the
oh,
show.
I use gloves. Now not I'm not saying that's the most professional way to do it if you're the
Yeah.
FBI guy, but the difference between me and an FBI agent is, aside from the obvious, is that I'm out for, you know, 6 hours of time, then I take a half hour break, and then I'm out for another 6 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm out the whole time, most of the time. So it's not like you go and you get the bad guy and within an hour or whatever, you're inside somewhere. I'm out the whole time.
Right, right.
So you have to me, for me, the way that I find that it works best is you have to maintain your body warmth that whole time, right?
Yeah.
So whatever that is, that's what I try to do.
Okay, so I'm looking at the time and I have to wrap up because I'm going to I
Yeah,
have another thing. I'm going to see
yeah, yeah.
Howie Mandel tonight. I've never
Are you
seen him
serious?
perform. Yeah.
Oh, I love Howie Mandel.
I have not actually seen him perform. This will be the first time, but
Is
so I
he
have
gonna
to
do
get
it? His Did you ever? I mean, I don't know
the
if you knew.
glove, right? The glove?
Did you ever see his stuff in the '90s?
I've heard him talk about it, but I don't think I've even seen it. I mean, I remember watching him on the show St. Elsewhere back in the day, in like it must have been the 80s. That wasn't his
Okay, so
comedy,
I've
his
done
acting.
anything just because I don't want to warn you
Okay.
for any or whatever. But you got to look once you've gone and seen him and enjoy and go. But once you've done it, go look up some of the stuff that he used to
Okay.
do in the '90s because he's crazy,
Okay, I will
crazy.
totally do that. I'm gonna look
Yeah,
him up after. So, but I feel like I want to do one last thing, but you also brought up or I actually brought it up, I guess, with the gun thing. That makes me wonder, what are your thoughts on that whole situation with the Alec Baldwin film shoot? Because you have a
oh,
gun. You have a gun every episode, probably, right? You have a gun.
yeah. I mean, I mean, what a horrible thing to happen in to anybody and everybody, and particularly those involved. But it rippled through the whole industry and those kind of
Yeah.
things. You know, um, we're very diligent. We're very diligent, and most of the time we're flat. We don't have any guns that could even close to operate. Right. So there's nothing that ever comes to our set that could even remotely fire something out of it.
Oh, okay. But isn't that how it should be? Like, why isn't every set like that?
Well, look, I'm guessing sometimes, particularly if you're doing a period piece, you can't get guns like that, or I don't know. I don't know.
But it's like Hollywood. They can make anything, I would think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what you do, right, is you go to a old gun store and you get the old looking guns, and they're all those things are meant to be plugged.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the one thing it has done is just made us more conscious. So all of our, nothing. We have everything we deal with is replica. We don't have anything that's actually realistic on our set,
Okay.
and never have. By the way, we were always very. I think that being in the wolf world and dealing with all of that stuff on such a consistent basis, they have to be so careful.
Yeah,
And we've
sure.
always really kind of on it. And
Yeah.
now even more so.
That makes sense. I feel like everything, I wish everything was like that. It seems like it should be. All right.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up. Thank you for that too.
Yeah. And if I don't, if you don't hear from me or something, just remind me, because I do get a little weird in January, February.
Okay.
My
So
brain was too cold.
I feel you.
I think I start to freeze.
Okay. I'm going to keep that in mind. We'll figure this out for the interview. You're going to be good. Don't feel pressure that, oh no, I have to figure out all the right questions to ask. It'll be interesting for
Like the
you.
pressure.
Okay.
Pressure's good.
Okay. Good.
Come on.
All right. We'll do this.